I'll share with you three secrets. What has worked for me personally and what has worked for my students, Six Sigma PH students. Okay? These are patterns that we have identified. Of course, not all may work for you. Kasi every person, we have different circumstances, different situations. I'm not saying when you follow all three, you'll get promoted or you'll level up right away. Okay? Because of variation, and we talk more about variations in our Six Sigma classes, not all may work 100% for everyone, but it's helpful to identify patterns because those patterns are like best practices. Okay? It may not or it may work for you. Now, what are the three secrets or three patterns, right? Number one, we need to understand the mindset you need to cross from one role to another. If you are a technician, you want to be promoted or level up as a supervisor or manager, it's not enough for you to do your work in an excellent way. Hindi enough yun. Do you agree? Okay? You need to change your mindset and start thinking and acting as a supervisor and as a manager. As a supervisor and as a manager, ang pinaka-importanting function that you need to do is to coach, to mentor. Okay? So it's not enough you do your work excellently, it will earn you your promotion. Not all the time, no? So you need to know ano ba yung very important things or functions if I want to become a supervisor or manager, ano ba yon? And the main role of a supervisor and manager is to coach and mentor. Make sure technicians reporting to him or her do the work in a good way. Okay? As an executive, if you are a manager moving to executive, it's not enough to learn and master coaching, mentoring, and doing the work, making sure work is being done. But you also need to think in terms of how do we make our company more revenue? How do we reduce expense or at least make it the same? Okay? If you want to become self-employed, medyo mas challenging. Kasi you need to learn how to do all three as a technician, as a supervisor, and as an executive of all of the different functions of a company. So meaning, it's not enough. Let's say your business is, I'd like to make ano, Rex, yung kunyari, longganisa, di ba? Meron kaming homemade longganisa. Yung formula namin passed on from our lolas. No? Napakasarap talaga. It's not enough for you to produce longganisa, but if you want to become self-employed, you need to learn all three. How to make longganisa, and then if you have someone to help you with, how to supervise them, how to earn money, reduce your expenses, and do all of the functions. Operations, marketing, accounting, and the rest. Okay, procurement, kasama rin yon, and IT. Okay, so that's being self-employed. Okay, being an entrepreneur, of course, another skill set. When you hire professionals na, how would you manage them? Of course, being an investor is the same. Okay, but the point here is if you are here going to manager level, it's not enough to do what you know here. No, you need to go beyond what you're used to. That's number one. Understand the mindset that you need. Okay? Okay, how about real estate daw? How about real estate? So, what is yung real estate? What are you ano? At the moment, are you a full-time real estate professional or are you a self-employed, meaning, 'di ba, you have different could have different properties from different companies, you're selling it to different clients, no? So, yun. The point is, you need to know where you are, and then you need to know where to go, and understand the mindset you need dun sa next level that you want to or you want to achieve. Okay, so that's number one. Mamaya, we'll have Q&A para if there are questions. So please park your questions first. No? Okay, number two. You need to become a key opinion leader. Sige, please type it on the group chat. Key opinion leader. You need to become a key opinion leader. Okay, what do you mean by key opinion leader? Two things. Number one, you need to be competent in what you do, meaning you should be open to new ideas and you specialize. Okay? There's no wrong again with being a generalist. But if you specialize on something, you become more valuable, no? Even for doctors, di ba? So, kunyari, you want someone, a family member, ma-opera sa heart nila, syempre iba if it's a general surgeon against a heart surgeon. Di ba? Syempre, kahit mas mahal yung sa heart surgeon, mas sigurado, mas specialized ngayon, dun ka pupunta, no? So you need to be competent and as much as you can, you specialize. And it's not enough to be competent. You also need to be socially connected and respected. Okay? So again, two things. You have to be competent and you have to be socially connected and respected. No? Do you agree with this? Sige, please type on the chat if you agree. People who trust you hear you differently. Do you agree with this? Yes. Diba? People who trust you hear you differently. So again, it's not enough to be competent, but you also need to be socially connected and respected. It also doesn't mean, kunyari, you're a fresh graduate, cum laude, that's very nice. It's not automatic people or you become an opinion leader. You also need to work on being socially connected and respected. Okay? So knowledge is one, competency is one, but you need to be socially connected. Okay. Another, in Six Sigma PH, for green, especially for green and black belts, this is our mantra. Okay? We call it be the guide, not the hero. Sige. Can you please type it on the group chat? Be the guide, not the hero. And write it down also on your notes. Be the guide, not the hero. Growing up, watching movies, series, reading books, fictional books, most of the time, Disney, di ba ganun din, no? We all want to become the heroes of our lives. Tayo yung bida gusto natin, no? But if you look at how stories are written, at the start of every story, it could be a book, could be a movie, a series. At the start of the story, sino between the guide and the hero? So merong heroes lagi pag may movie or stories, lagi siyang nakaka-meet ng guide. Correct? So for example, sa Star Wars, si Obi-Wan Kenobi na-meet si Yoda. Sa Harry Potter, maraming siyang na-meet na guides. But yung first book, di ba magkakaroon ng bagong Harry Potter, no? Yung first na naging guide ni Harry Potter, sino? Sa book 1, first time niyang pumunta sa Hogwarts. The big fellow, big guy, Hagrid, yes. Siya yung naging guide niya initially, no? But looking at stories, we all want to become heroes. Heroes always meet a guide in every story. At the start of each of the stories, sino yung clueless? Sino yung feeling niya helpless siya? Is it the hero or is it the guide? Sino yung feeling clueless, helpless? Correct, si hero, no? Now, between the two, the start of the story, sino yung experience na? Sino yung been there, done that? Experience ko na yan, nagawa ko na yan. Na nilalapitan ni hero to help him or her. It's the guide. Di ba? Kasi as a guide, you help people. In Six Sigma, when you start a Six Sigma project, we position ourselves as guides. The heroes are the process owners. And ito yung something no, mystical when you yourself as a guide. Your process owners, you earn respect from process owners. Acting as a guide, not acting as the hero. Okay, so it will provide you extra info, and it has worked over and over again for green belts and black belts that we have trained and have completed their Six Sigma projects. Okay, so again, that's number two. You need to become a leader. You need to be competent and socially connected. Okay, going to Mentimeter. Let's go back to Mentimeter. I'd like you to select only one. Which between the two do you think will get you noticed more, get you rewarded more by your executives? Is it A, you consistently perform your daily responsibilities with excellence? Or is it B, successfully completing a high-impact special project? Between the two, saan ka mapapansin, makikilala, magiging manonotice, and mare-reward ng executives? Is it A or B? Sige, while you're answering, early on my career, I was a fresh graduate sa Smart Communications, no? And it was around ganitong time, August, no? I was asked by our big boss, Senior Vice President. Pinapunta ako sa office. Akala ko may nagawa akong kasalanan, no? Siyempre, kinakabahan ako. Pinatawag ako ni Bossing. Hindi naman ako kilala nun, no? Tapos sabi niya, Rex, I'd like you to start a group, and you'll be in charge in planning the Christmas party of our division. Oh, sabi ko, oh, okay, sige boss. So, I started planning it. Ang dami ko natutunan no? Kasi fresh grad pa lang ako. But after that Christmas party, na-realize ko, napasok ako sa radar ng big boss. Fresh grad lang naman ako noong time na yon. And then after that, when I was proposing projects to start, naging mas madali na na-approve ni boss kasi kilala ka na. And then may trust na sa'yo kasi nagawa naman yung Christmas party ng maayos. Okay? So let's look at your answers. Majority of you said successfully completing a high-impact special project. Of course, it's case-to-case pa rin. Not 100% yan ang nangyayari. No? But many of our students in Six Sigma PH, after they have completed a special project, the project that they need to do for them to earn their green belt certification and black belt certification, lalo silang nakilala ng mga bossing, executives, their presidents, VPs, and nagkaroon, okay? So, either fair man or not fair, and sometimes ganun din tingin ko, parang hindi fair, no? Kasi I'm doing it every day. Malaking factor when you start a special project, lalo na if it's a high impact project. Okay? So majority 72 over 10. Okay. Sige, let me go back sa slide. Okay? Third pattern, number 3, is completing a special project gets you noticed and rewarded by your executives. Those projects are either assigned to you, like in my story, inassign, or you may propose to start one. Okay? So when you start a project, it's good when you tell about it with the sponsor, with the executive, the one approving it. Pero it's better if you have a tool that will help provide a story and visualize what you want to happen, no? And that is the project charter that we'll be covering for today. Okay? Now, if you ask, what projects will I work on, Rex? There are different types of projects in Six Sigma. Have you seen this one? Method picker. Sige, please type on the screen. Are you familiar with this? Six Sigma method picker. Okay, some are yes. Others not yet. You'll get a copy of this. Okay. So sige, quickly lang. Method picker, we develop it to help identify is the problem you want to address, is the process you want to improve, is it solvable by Six Sigma or a different approach or different methodology. Because not all business problems Six Sigma can solve, can help you. Okay? Now, to use this, you start from the top. Simple lang naman siya, tree diagram. You start from the top going down. Okay? First question to answer is the process you want to complete, project you want to complete, is it done one time or is it recurring? It's recurring process if you keep on doing it. Inuulit-ulit mo, ginagawa nyo parate. So for example, when you hire people, you perform interviews, keep on doing interviews, you keep on reviewing CVs. When you manufacture or produce your product or service every day, keep on doing that. You process forms, you process applications. Okay? When you process your payroll, every pay period, you process the payroll, recurring yon. Okay? One time, our process or projects that your company perform rarely. Minsan lang. Sometimes once lang. Sometimes once every year, every 5 years. One example is, let's say, you will roll out a new ERP, okay? A new system sa company. That project of starting planning until you roll out that new process or new system, that's a one-time project. Because after you rolled it out, hindi mo na i-roll out ulit kasi na-roll out mo na. Alam na ng mga to use the tool or use the system. You don't need to roll it out again. May updates, yes, but the project of rolling a new system out, it's a one-time thing. No? If it's a one-time, you move to the right part, this part. Okay? Next question to answer is, what is the focus of the project? Okay? Number one, if the focus of the project is to design a new process, Six Sigma's DMake cannot help you if that's the case. No? What can help you is another methodology. We call it customer experience blueprint or another process design methodology. In Six Sigma PH, this is what we're using. We have developed. Pero there are other process design methodologies that can help you. If you want to design a new process, meaning there's no process yet, from scratch, you will design a new one. DMake cannot help you, but this can. Okay? Number two, if your main problem naman is to design a new service or product or innovate an existing product or service, DMake again cannot help you if that's your main challenge. No? What can help you is what we call design sprint. This is another methodology, or design thinking version 2.0, or another product development framework or methodology, but not Six Sigma. Okay? Third, if your main problem here is people do not comply, do not adopt to the change. Hindi nila ginagawa yung gusto mong pagawa sa kanila. So for example, past few years, nagwo-work from home na tayo and then you want people to go all back to work face to face, 5 days a week. Nagre-resist yung iba kasi sabi ng iba, kaya ko naman gawin yung work sa bahay. Why do I need to spend 2 hours going to the office? May resistance to change. It's a change problem. Okay, if it's a change problem, the make of Six Sigma cannot help you. What can help you is a change management framework. Ito yung isang example, 3-step change process. Planning for change, managing change, reinforcing change. Every phase dito sa tatlo, may mga tools din siya kailangan mong gawin. Okay, but the make, unfortunately, cannot help you if this is the problem. Okay, and last, going down, if there are other project types, that's a one-time thing, meaning you will start a project and then you end it after you have achieved your goal. That's project management. That's not the make of Six Sigma. Mamaya, we'll talk more about the make. No? But if it's project management, merong two major types of project management methodology or framework. Merong waterfall. Anyone here PMP certified na? Or plans to earn their PMP certification? Sige, please type on the chat. Those who are familiar with PMP. Yan yung waterfall. Ito yung methodology niya. And then there's Agile Scrum. Okay? If the requirements are moving, you need several iterations. Hindi siya yung straight path. Agile Scrum ang gagawin nyo. Okay? And we have a partner company, Scrum Coach ASEAN. Meron silang, kasi sa Six Sigma PH, puro Six Sigma training lang talaga meron kami. But we have a partner company, Scrum Coach ASEAN. Merong magkakaroon ng Certified Scrum Master program by, kailan ba yan? October this year. So if you're interested, we'll give you a link then later if you want to check, no? Scrum Master Certification, dito siya. Okay? Now going back to the make, hindi na natin ko-cover lahat, no? But you'll get a copy of this. A business problem that would fit a DMake framework is for this problem type. Number one, you have a process that is existing already, ginagawa na, nangyayari na, ginagawa na, existing. Ha? And it's recurring. Paulit-ulit yung ginagawa, hindi siya yung rare. Existing. Number two, your main goal is to reduce process defects and process delays. Yan yung two main types of Six Sigma projects. Either you want to reduce process defects or you want to reduce processing time. Okay? Existing na, you want to reduce process defects or processing time. And number three, you have attempted to solve it before. May mga solutions na kayong ginawa. Bumaba naman yung defects, bumaba naman and nag-improve naman yung processing time, pero nag-recur, bumalik, hindi mo na totally na-solve. Nag-improve siya, but it keeps on recurring. That's a good candidate for a Six Sigma project. Okay? Clear? All right. Sige, now let's move on. What projects? Kasi kanina nga, sabi dito, one way for you to get noticed and rewarded is for you to start a special project. Ano yung mga special projects you may work on? You may work on a Six Sigma project, but that's only one. Marami pang types dito. No, it could be a process design project, could be an innovation project, it could be a change problem project, or it could be something different, project management. Isa lang si Six Sigma doon. So marami pang ibang types. Okay, but again, for Six Sigma PH, nakafocus lang kami for Six Sigma. Okay? All right. So let's have a recap. Two types of Six Sigma projects. Again, there are two types. You want to reduce process defects and you want to reduce processing time. Any of the two would qualify as a Six Sigma project. Okay? How about if it's this one, financial metric? Financial metric, this one. Is it a Six Sigma project ba, Rex? For example, Rex, ang gusto kong gawing project sa company namin, I'd like to reduce the OT expenses of my department from an average of monthly OT expenses, average of, let's say, 200,000 pesos. I want to reduce it to 30,000 pesos na lang. Okay? If that's your main financial metric, it's not a Six Sigma project. Because Six Sigma projects are either reduction of process defects or processing time. If your problem is about a financial metric, what you need to do is to look for operational drivers that are causing that financial metric to go up. Meaning, parang tumataas yung OT expenses namin ng Department Rex. You ask, bakit ba tumataas? Bakit kailangan yung mag-OT? Kasi yung production namin, maraming defects na nakikita si QA, so kailangan i-reprocess, i-rework. So instead na umuwi kami ng 5, minsan hanggang 7, kasi kailangan namin ma-rework yung mga defects na nangyari. So it means the financial metric is just an effect. Okay? This is just an effect of high defects. So meaning, if your goal is to reduce defects, OT expenses will go, what? Sige, please type on the screen. Once you reduce defects, OT expenses will decrease, will go down. Yes, it means Financial metrics are just effects of you committing more defects. So instead of focusing on reduction of defects, focus on operational metrics. When you say operational metrics, these are the metrics that we control as managers. Quality and the time it takes for us to complete. Okay? Sige. Number two, how about customer satisfaction, Rex? CSAT, customer satisfaction. NPS, do you know NPS? Sige, please type on the chat if you know what NPS means. Sige, NPS means Net Promoter Score. Yes, correct. So ang problem namin, Rex, I'd like to improve the Net Promoter Score or I'd like to increase customer satisfaction. What do we do? Pwede bang Six Sigma yan? Answer is no. Again, Six Sigma projects are either process defects or processing time. Dito ka lang pipili. Now, if your problem is about low customer satisfaction, what you need to do is to look at the drivers that are causing that low customer satisfaction. So, tanungin mo and look at your data. Teka, bakit ba mababa yung customer satisfaction? Kasi Rex, yung customer, nag-promise kaming 1 day, pero nade-deliver namin mga 3 to 5 days. It's a problem of processing time. Or it could be like, on time naman naming nabibigay, but binabalik, may returns, may defect daw. It means it's a process defect. So if your problem is about CSAT, what you need to do is to look for operational drivers that are causing that low CSAT. Because we believe that when defects go up, CSAT will go what? Sige, please type on the screen. If defects go down, CSAT will go up. Yes. So meaning CSAT is just an effect of you committing more defects or committing delays sa process. Okay? So in Six Sigma, we only focus on the two operational metrics and not this. These are just effects. Okay? We don't focus on the effects. Focus on the operational metrics. Okay. So what I'll do now is I will add on the Zoom box. So please don't type muna para everyone uh, gets to see a copy of uh, the project charter. Saan na ba yung chat? Everyone in the meeting. Okay, so please don't type muna. Yan. I'm attaching a copy of the project charter. Please download para you have a copy. And then while I'm discussing the different elements of a project charter, you get to work on your project charter then. And then once we're done, well, we may ask one or two persons to share their project charters and help that person improve it. Okay? Sige, please download. All right. So this is what it looks like, a project charter in Six Sigma. This project charter or business case can be used even if it's not for a Six Sigma project. Pwede siyang gamitin. Okay? But what you will learn today is how we use it in Six Sigma. Okay? It's composed of 6 elements: problem statement, goal statement, project scope, project timeline, importance of the project, both financial, non-financial benefits, and the project team members. Okay? Have you attended ba? Can you please type on the chat then? Tapos na ba lahat ma-download? All good? Okay, so since tapos na mag-download, all right. Can you relate dito sa experience ko? Alam niyo yung very excited ka to tell your boss yung idea mo or to tell your colleague or even at home, something idea ka, okay? Very excited ka, naiintindihan mo yung idea, But after you have talked about that idea with the boss, the person, your friend, or your family member, parang clueless sila. Yung mata nila ba, ha? Ano yun? Can you relate with that? Okay? Kasi, sometimes, we tend to forget details, no? And, not just that. Pag nagkwento ka, lalo na kung mahaba yon, usually ang naaalala, yung first few and yung last. In between, medyo hindi mo na agad, no? If you have something like this, in discussing it, when you discuss an idea, the person can visually see all elements at the same time, can go back and forth anytime during the discussions. Correct? Di ba? If there's no visual tool like a project charter or this business case, magre-rely ka sa skill mo in communicating and magre-rely ka sa memory ng kausap mo in understanding what you want. But if you have this, any point in time during the meeting, pwede niyang balik-balikan. Correct? So it's important to have something like this so you don't tend to forget important details, and the person you're talking to can also refer back to any elements anytime during the meeting. Okay? So it's composed of problem statement, goal statement, project charter, timelines, importance, and project team. Let's start with the problem. This was an actual project I completed when I was with BDO naman. BDO. It's about the reduction of cash card enrollment processing time. In writing a project charter title, usually it starts with this reduction of, and then what you want to reduce. It could be reduction of defect, but you have to be specific what defect type, what product you want to reduce that defect, and what defect type. You have to be specific. No? In this case, reduction of cash card enrollment processing time. Di ba may two types of Six Sigma project. Either you want to reduce defects or you want to reduce processing time. In this project, it's about processing time of cash card enrollment. So when you say cash card, yan yung debit card, yung ATM cards. Okay? So let's look at the first element, problem statement. Okay? From January, from February to July 2025, kunyari ngayon sinisimulan yung project. From February to July 2025, the average processing time of cash card enrollment was 8 days, which resulted in the following: 1, 2, and 3. These are the effects. Again, like what you've learned earlier, you don't focus on the effects kasi effects lang sila. The reason why the three are happening because of this current state. The average processing time of cash card enrollment was 8 days, which resulted in the following. Number one, ano yung effects since 8 days on the average daw siya? Number one, failure to meet the SLA of 5 days. Oh, yung SLA mo pala or pinramis mo 5 days. Ang totoong nangyayari ngayon, average, 8 days, which is bad. Di ba? 5 ang pinramis mo, average 8 days ang nangyayari. Number 2, since it's 8 days, contractual employees are required to render overtime of 2 hours per day para mahabol. Number 3, there's a low CSAT score of 2.4 out of 5. Again, you don't focus on the three effects. You focus on the operational metrics, either processing time or process defects you want to reduce. So if in Six Sigma, we don't write it like this. Poor service at Shangri-La BGC. Very general, vague. Kasi when you look at this, when you say poor service, how poor? And then when you say service, what service of this hotel? Kasi hotels provide many services, correct? Your companies also provide many services. You have to be specific. Now, this one is something better. Late room services at Shangri-La BGC. Now, it's specific. Oh, when you say service pala, you mean room service. Kasi yung hotels provide many services. Di ba? Checking in, checking out, yung, di ba? Yung service. Okay? Now, it's clearer. Room service pala yung problem. Now, what about the room service? It's late. But in Six Sigma, we don't write something like this. We write specific as this one. Kasi when you say late, how late? You don't tell your boss, we're late, boss. Late by how much? Few seconds lang ba? Few minutes? Or hours or days? You have to be specific when you communicate the problem. So this is how we write problems in Six Sigma. From January to October, 50% of room services were late between 6 to 8 a.m. on weekdays at the Shangri-La BGC. This is how we write problem statements in Six Sigma. Okay? So I have another example, pero we don't have time to cover, but you'll get a copy of this. But I'll give you this one. Okay? From blank to blank, this is how we write. Ito yung template natin, the form, how we write problems in Six Sigma. From blank to blank, so dates ang ilalagay natin dito. Okay? So for example, January 25 to August na ngayon eh. To August 2025. The average monthly project-wise are either reduction of time or defects. Okay? And then you write here the current state. What is the current? And then, which resulted in the following? Ano yung effects? List down the effects. So, hindi naman required na 3, ah. Pwedeng more than 3, pwedeng less than 3. Okay? So, this is how we write problem statements in Six Sigma. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're getting the idea. All good? Okay, very clear, no? Straight to the point. Wala nang segue-segue, walang kwento-kwento. Diretso. Para when you report it to your executive, madali niyang maintindihan. Okay, let's move on. The first is problem statement again. Next, ito very easy. Next is goal statement. Okay? Goal statement, ito naman yung it will mirror the problem statement. Kung ano sinabi mo sa problem statement, uulitin mo lang din dito. Okay? Ang difference lang, meron ka lang goal na ilalagay, i-add. Okay? So this is the formula format. Okay? To reduce the project Y from blank, again, project Y's are either processing time or what? Process defects. Okay? To reduce the project Y, either time or defects, from X to Y by when? From the current state to the target by when? Okay, so that's the format. Okay, sample. To reduce the average processing time of cash card enrollment from X to Y, from the current state, 8 days, to the target of the project, 3 days, by when? December 2025. So that is September, October, November, December, 4 months from now. Now, why is it important? Sige, type on this, the chat. Why is it important to have this? Bakit kailangan may time element? Wala ng eme, correct. Bakit kailangan may time element? Measurement, bakit kailangan i-measure? Para clear, realistic? Di ba yung smart? Okay? Before I used to hear this, pag kinakausap ko yung staff ko before, when do you plan to complete this action item? Ano, Rex? Best effort. Pwede ba yung best effort? Meron dapat target date. Specific. No? So, hindi pwede yung best effort. No? So, dapat meron target date like this. From 8 to 3 by when? Okay. Sige. Clear? Okay, next. Itong target na to, 3 days. Ano yung basis? Ano yung basis niya itong 3 days? Basis niya could be the following. Guidelines lang to, but of course, it would depend sa inyo. Basis ng target, how do we set our goal? What target to set? Number one, you may benchmark. You may benchmark against your competitors. You may benchmark against the industry. You may benchmark against an almost similar process. Okay? Number two, you may do VOC. Sige, type on the chat. When you say VOC, what does that mean? VOC stands for? Correct. Voice of the customer. Meaning, kung sino man yung customer ng process na ini-improve mo, tanungin mo. Teka, ano bang expectation dito? Expectation namin, mabilis ha. When you say mabilis, what do you mean? Kasi yung mabilis sa amin sa operations might not be for you as customers. Rex, from the time na final ko to online, complete requirements, I'm expecting it within the day ma-receive ko. Specific. One day. Okay, that's voice of the customer. You go to your customer, ask them directly what they want. Next, business requirement. If it's a business requirement, na pirmahan yung contract, you need to deliver within 30 days, and you're not meeting it right now, of course, you set the goal 30 days or even earlier than 30 days para may allowance ka pa. Okay? Next, compliance, legal or regulatory requirements. So for example, for your finance, if the BIR tells you on the 30th day of the month, you submit these returns, tax returns, and when you look at your historical data, hindi na meet ng accounting, aba, dapat mahit yung 30 days or 30th day of the month or even earlier. If not, may mga penalties na mangyayari. Regulatory, compliance, pwedeng maging basis din yan ng target that you will set. And last, entitlement. Yan yung when you play games, you have this high score, di ba? High score. So, ano yung earliest na nanggawa na natin before? Baka pwede nating iset as our target. Okay? So, here are the bases you may use, but at the end of the day, every project in Six Sigma, there's always you, either you're the green belt or black belt. Kasi in Six Sigma, yung different belts, merong white, yellow, green, and black. Yung green and black, merong project requirement. So usually, kayo yung magsa-start ng project talaga, green and black belt, plus the executive sponsor. Executive sponsor. Okay? Every project, meron itong 1 and 2. You don't start a project on your own. You start a project with an executive. What you will do is you will present this project charter, have it approved by that executive sponsor, and it will be there's a higher probability they will approve it if you present a charter like this instead of just narrating your idea. Syempre, meron kang ano, no, meron kang ganito, 'di ba? Mas malaki yung probability na ma-approve kasi it's clear, the executive and you can talk more about the details anytime during the meeting. Pwedeng balik-balikan. Okay? So we're done with the problem and goal statements. Next na is project scope. Okay? So in this project, the project aims to reduce the average processing time of cash card enrollment from 8 to 3 days by December 2025. So very clear, walang M eh. Sabi kanina, no? 8 to 3 by when? December 2025. But you need to identify sa scope, process start and end para clear. So when you say 3 days, from what point in the process to what point are we measuring? From the start, i-on mo na yung timer up to the end, i-off mo yung timer. Ito yon. From the date when the branches receive the cash card enrollment form from the customer up to when? Up to the date when cash card is ready for customer pickup at the branch of account. Very clear yung start and end that you are measuring. Okay? So, ito yung 8 days nyo now. Yan yon. And ang gusto mo, mapababa to 3 days. Very clear. Next, you can add also in and out of scope. Okay? In and out. Why? We want to make our project manageable. Diba? There's this saying in Six Sigma, do not boil the ocean. Kaya mo bang pakuluan yung dagat? Kaya mo pakuluan yung dagat? Do not boil the ocean. No, we cannot boil the ocean. That's too big. Okay? One of the reasons why projects fail is because of the scoping. Masyadong malaki. In this example, Metro Manila customers, imagine BDO has 1,000 branches, more than 1,000 branches. No? Metro Manila lang ginawa naming in scope. Provincial customers, in out of scope muna. Why? When we look at the data, yung time it takes to process the cash card for provincial, walang problem. Yung Manila, sa sobrang dami ng volume, napakabagal. No? So, yun yung reason why in out of scope muna yung provincial kasi wala namang problem. Why include that? Okay? Next na in and out, personalized name cards. Yung ATM cards na may naka-emboss or naka-print na names. Yung generic cards or numbered cards, they don't need to process nung time na yon. Binibigay lang. So no need to process. Hindi na siya sinama sa project. Okay? Very important to prioritize, no? It's very important to prioritize because we have limited time, limited resources. Next, corporate accounts lang ang in scope, individual accounts out of scope muna. Okay? Ang goal in Six Sigma, going to timeline, August to December, the ideal Six Sigma projects would take you about 4 to 5 months. Sometimes 6, minsan stretch na, 6. More than that, malaki na yung scope mo. Kailangan i-trim down mo. Ideally, 4 to 6 months. It would take you 4 to 6 months. Okay? So sa timeline, every phase of the make, you set a target date. But from define to control, usually it's within 4 to 6 or 4 to 5 months. No? 4 to 5 months siya. Next, let's move sa importance. Non-financial and financial. Okay, yung importance very important to your ano, to your um executive sponsor. Paano namin ilagay yung ano ilalagay namin dito na financial and financial? You go back to your goal statement and then ask this question. If ever we have hit the goal of the project, we have reduced it to 3 days, what benefits do we get in our company, my colleagues, my department, to our customers? List down the benefits that we will get. RX, this one, this, and this. Kunyari, may 5 kang naisip na. List down all the 5 first, and then once it's listed down, you categorize. Is this benefit financial or non-financial? RX, tong first 3, financial benefit yan. Write it down on this column. The 2 remaining, non-financial. Write it down here. Okay? So if you look at what's written here, financial, to eliminate the average monthly OT expenses, so something financial, from 300,000 monthly, which would be about annualized, about 3.6 million. Okay? For non-financial benefits, dito sa left ilagay, sample, to meet SLA of 5 days, to reduce customer complaints every month from 15 to 3. Okay? All right. And last, project team. Yan. So project team, dito tayo, either Six Sigma Green Belt, Black Belt, or Yellow Belt. Pwede naman, we start a mini project as a Yellow Belt. Pwede rin yon. And then, required na merong executive sponsor. Okay? If you report directly to your sponsor, wala ka ng champion. But let's say you are a manager, you have an AVP, and your executive sponsor is a VP, make that AVP your Six Sigma champion, this one. If you report directly to the sponsor, wala nang champion. Okay? So right here, green belt, black belt, yellow belt. Tayo yon, your name. And then the subject matter experts or team members, you write it down below. Okay? All clear? Sige, if you have questions, I'll give you time later to answer. Huh? But here are the 6 elements of a project charter. Straight to the point. Walang eme, andyan na lahat. Clear, easy to communicate, easy to understand, and you need to present it again. Don't just kwento it, no? Huwag mong ikwento lang kasi pag kinwento mo, baka yung boss mo kasi, ang daming iniisip niyan eh. By the time you start speaking the second part, nakalimutan niya na. At least when you show this one page, it's only one page, very easy. Pwedeng yung balik-balikan. Either i-project mo or ipakita mo yung screen ng laptop mo showing this presentation. Mas padaling ma-approve yung project na naisip mo. Okay? So, wrap up. Mamaya mag-class photo tayo para at least merong. So, what have we covered in this masterclass session? Number 1, how I got promoted framework. Again, you'll get the slides of this presentation. Number 2, the 3 secrets or patterns to be promoted or leveling up at least what have worked personally and from experience. Number one, understand the mindset you need to cross from one role to another. Number two, you need to become a key opinion leader. You need to be competent and socially connected and respected. Number three, completing a special project noticed and rewarded by your executives. And of course, to turn a pain into one slide, business case, or project charter. What project to work on? Hindi lang lahat ng project about Six Sigma. Marami pang iba. You've learned about that in the method picker. Again, you'll get a copy of that also. And how to create a project charter. Okay? So we're now open for question and answer. Pero pakita ko lang to. If you haven't taken the white belt yet or you want your friends to take it, from pandemic onwards, we started offering it for free. Dati we were selling it for 2,000, no? Sabi namin, yung small way namin to help our Filipino professionals, so we started offering it for free. Ito yung QR code niya. If you haven't downloaded the Six Sigma 2025 salary survey, you may scan, download it for free. Okay? And one case study will be releasing. In-edit pa namin, pero maraming case studies kaming i-release. May isang ready na. Reduction of commissary production cycle time. You may scan this and you'll get it for free again. Okay? For those who are ready, merong upcoming na yellow belt, Zoom, green belt, Zoom, and the Scrum Master certification. So just um, click this link na lang later once you receive the slide. Okay? And the recording para you get to uh, rewind, no, if you want to do that. Okay. So Ayan. Okay, sige. Vess. Let's start with Vess. And then for the rest, if you have questions, please raise your hands.
Hi,
Go ahead,
Sir
Vess.
Rex. Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
So, I attended because actually we're my classmates and I are
Mm-mm.
currently working on completing projects in a company, and I guess um currently the problem that I'm having is just like you said, scoping the project because when we did the SIPOC, actually we're
Mm-mm.
still doing the SIPOC with the champion. We're going to meet with her this Wednesday. But when we did that, they also keep mentioning problems on different parts of the SIPOC, and somehow
Right.
there's really nothing we can do but just to highlight in red. Of course, highlight in red the areas in the SIPOC where they're having problems with.
Mm-mm.
And then my fear is that they really don't have like measures ready already for those parts of the SIPOC. So I'm not sure if this is a scoping concern
Mm-mm.
or like what we can do to make it easier, because I think what I'm saying is our champion is having problems defining telling us what the problem is themselves. So
Mm-mm.
we're trying to like help the champion like articulate everything, lay everything in the in the project charter.
Right, right. Okay. Pero may list of projects na or problems that you
Yes.
have.
Um, Marami pong naka-highlight ngayon sa SIPOC.
Okay, okay.
Kaya and then I asked na rin just to be straight to the point with the champion. Tinanong ko na rin po siya, ano ba yung mini-measure ka by the end of the year? Ano ba yung KPI mo?
Mm-mm.
So, ang sinabi lang niya kasi is basta ang KPI niya is 7 days. Matapos yung buong ano ng 7 days, which is currently not 7 days yung nahi-hit. But I feel na yung buo kasi niyang ano napakalaki po eh. So,
Right.
yun yung
Sige.
concern ko.
So but you have mapped out the SIPOC already. Meron ng high-level process maps.
Yes, yes po.
Okay.
Yes.
Sige. So ang pwede niyong gawin is to discuss SIPOC first, and I think you've did that already, no? Plus, while you're walking through it, lahat ng mga na-mention niya, ito may problem din, ito may problem. So list it down. I think you did that already, no? So
Yes.
once you have a list of all of those problems, saan niyo ba ginawa? Sa Miro or sticky notes?
Nag face to face po kami
Face to face,
just
okay.
to have it very easy for the champion as well.
Yes. So if you have a list of the all of those problem points or pain points, next step, pwede nyo na siyang prioritize na. No? So pwede siyang i-prioritize either if you have multiple executives present, they may vote on it para at least makita yung heat map ano importante for the different executives. Pwedeng ganun. Pwede rin gawin um, magkaroon ka ng parang impact versus control, pero hindi impact versus control yung nandun, yung for quadrants. Pwedeng ibahin mo, let's say urgency, so yung isa urgent, not so urgent. Pwedeng financial impact, high and low, okay? Or replace it with a different category para you place all of those ideas or project pain points and then map it on that scale. So makakikita ka ng quadrant na mas priority nyo kaysa dun sa ibang quadrants. So prioritization na yung next.
Okay po. That helped. I think I'll use the prioritization tool that we learned last Zoom.
Yes, pwede rin yun.
Okay,
Pwede
thank
rin
you, thank
ganun.
you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bess. Sige. Anyone else with questions? Gibson, you have a question, sir? Sino yung nagtaas ng kamay kanina?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Would
sir.
doing the in scope, is it much more good approach if, for example, uh, the whole department has an issue with the SLA for the new product, however you want to specifically focus on one department for the meantime on doing the first approach before
Yes,
you put in the both all of the other departments. Is it
correct.
a good approach,
Mhm.
or or that the team is will just wasting uh time and effort on doing that kind of procedure?
Yes, ideally, ganun. Tama yun, ano? When you say scoping in and out, it could be in terms of by department, pwedeng ganun, or by defect type, by product type. So, ang pinaka-goal natin is to um, identify a priority wherein with the least amount of effort, you get big returns. So, for example, in this cash card enrollment, when we look at, although hindi siya part dito, no, but for example, pwede siyang, kunyari, look at the cash card enrollment processing time by branch. Eh, merong 1,000 branches sa BDO. Out of those 1,000 branches, 5 branches have very high cash card enrollment processing time. So, pwedeng mag-scope ka dun sa 5, or kung hindi mo kayang 5 agad, pwedeng isa lang muna or dalawa. All the rest without problems dito sa cash card enrollment processing time, i-out of scope mo na. Kasi wala namang problem. So, ang pinaka-point natin is, with the least amount of effort, nasaan yung pinakamaraming room for improvement, pinakamalaking opportunity for improvement. Doon tayo, sir, mag-focus. And I think, right, path din. All good, sir?
Thank you, Sir Rex.
Sir Gibson, maraming salamat. Sige, next. RJ, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Sir Rex. Just want to ask, because based on the method, Peaker, can we combine the make and the design sprint since both talked about existing processes that we love to improve?
Combine
Uh,
design
the make.
sprint and the make.
Yeah,
Um,
for existing processes that we'd love to improve.
okay. Sige, na gets ko na yung existing processes or yung the product you'd like to innovate, is it existing already?
Existing.
Existing, and you want to innovate that service.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you can do is you may start with the design sprint first, innovate that service first. And then after it has been innovated, there's a big probability that the process will change. And when you have that new service, you need to revisit your process and then make improvements also kasi hindi na siya yung same eh. So since nag-iba yung service, malamang susunod yung process mag-iiba rin. So pwede siyang
Mhm.
uh, not really combined but connected, no? So we did many projects like that. We started with design sprint first, innovation, and then right after kinonect namin yung DMIC.
Mhm.
So improve na yung process and then na-reduce din yung processing time.
I see. Thank you so much, Sir Rex.
Okay, thank you very much, RJ.